At First Pitch Arizona, you were asked about somebody going outside. I believe it was the top 200 at that point in ADP, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong, who you
Mhm.
thought was in for a breakout season. And you
Yep.
answered this gentleman, number 46, Gavin Williams.
Yep.
Why are you
It's,
so high on Gavin Williams?
yeah, it's pretty easy to be down on Gavin Williams. 310 record means he's gonna be like all the way on the bottom of the play radar. I never talk about record, but that's just I didn't realize it was that bad. 76 innings and a 4.86 ERA, 137 WHIP. Everyone's gonna go, Nick, you're absolutely bonkers. And maybe I am missing, I'm really depending too much on the development, but we're at the point in our drafts where you got to start leaning into ceiling and who are those guys that you're going to hold on to and everything's okay. And for Gavin Williams, I feel like he came back from this injury. He was stalled out for a while.
Mhm.
He didn't really get to see him get into his groove until later on when he had more innings under his belt in his final 8 starts. He only had 16 of them. However, when it comes to stuff and ability, Gavin Williams is is the closest comp that I have in the majors to Garrett Crochet. And I know that sounds nuts because they're obviously two different outputs of performance. Gavin Williams has the main element of the main facet of Crochet's arsenal that we love, which is a high velocity fastball with elite extension. We're talking 95th percentile extension, 7.2 feet, and 94th percentile velocity, 96, 97.
Mhm.
And that is such a great foundation that allows for Gavin Williams, who also has a 70% strike rate on it. So it's not like he struggles to get over the plate, to then break off with a cutter. And that's how Garrett Crochet became the star that we know. He actually, if you remember, in the beginning of 2023, Garrett Crochet was not very good for 6 starts. People were wondering if you should drop him. He had 3 really good ones and 3 really bad ones. And everyone was thinking, oh no, should we jump ship? And it's funny because I was so out at first. And then when everyone wanted to jump, I was like, no, I'm in. It's
Mhm.
weird. I was right once, wrong once. Okay. And Garrett Crochet added the cutter in the zone. That was really the big difference, and it was above 90 miles per hour, 3 strikes with it. And guess what? Gavin Williams started to throw a cutter, and it's a 63% strike rate so far. Swing strike rate of 17% on this at 91 to 92. And I think that's really the difference maker for me.
Mhm.
For Gavin Williams for next year, I really see that working of that difference inside the zone. And the good news is that unlike Garrett Crochet, where he doesn't really have a slower offering that he trusts. The changeup slider haven't really been a focus because he doesn't need to. At least Gavin Williams does have a curveball that in the past has been a really filthy swing strike rate pitch, a really good put away offering. Last year was not nearly as good, just a 20% put away offering. Actually wasn't beforehand at 18%, but he threw it 49% in 2 strike counts, which is good. We want to see him do that with that curveball,
Mhm.
really save it, and then really get ahead with these four seamers, cutters, have success there. So I think the mold for Gavin Williams in 2025 is really good. And you have the Guardians are going to allow him to go every 5 games, is going to be able to go 6+ innings over 90 pitches consistently. He has a really good foundation in a fastball, a developing cutter that I think takes a step forward next year. And then also another pitch, a third one to throw in 2 strikeouts to also help get those strikeouts. So I'm a huge fan of this. I think you just kind of ignore all the things you just saw with a 10% walk rate for Gavin Williams as well. And I think once you see the cutter and force him to really be the plan of attack, he's going to have a fantastic season.